Here with the great Barry Switzer. You're getting inducted into the Oklahoma Coaches Association Hall of Fame.
I'm honored to be accepted in their association. I haven't been in high school for 40 years, but there you go. Let me be in their Hall of Fame.
It's been a minute. Coach Switzer, you've had incredible careers, obviously. And we were just talking about your University of Arkansas playing football, your coaching career, University of Oklahoma, and the Dallas Cowboys, and those days. I want to go back to 1955, 54 at Crossett, Arkansas.
I graduated in 55. That fall of 55, I was at the University of Arkansas.
Tell me some things that you have taken with you in all your years of playing and coaching that may have started back in high school.
The only state championship I ever won in high school was swimming.
Not football.
We had a great swimming program at Crossett. I spent every day there from the 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. I was in the pool every day swimming. And I was on the relay team. I did the breaststroke. I did a lot of the events, but every one of us scored points. And we won state meet probably 3 or 4 years.
Did you get, I know that was probably before rings and things like that. Do you have any memorabilia or anything from
No,
day?
No. They didn't give us anything.
Nothing like this.
We just won the championship.
That's it. So that was your girlfriend in high school?
Yeah, she passed away 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. You had great hair. You had great hair.
Well, people back, yeah. Well, everybody had hair back then.
That's true. Yeah.
I just, everybody talked about the Boz. Hell, I had Boz.
You did. Yeah. You were before the Boz. Before Boz.
Yeah. In the 40s and 50s, we were right after World War II. And we were probably the first in our families to have an opportunity to go to college, which was my case. And I didn't possess the ambition or drive to do well academically. I regret that. I tell my kids from coaching today or when I'm coaching that they compete in the classroom like you do on the athletic field. I didn't do it. I made a mistake, and I missed out. The reason I say I missed out was because my brother was 6 years younger. He didn't miss out. He studied well. He's got academic scholarships. He went to Dartmouth, graduated Dartmouth, went to Vanderbilt Law School, graduated Vanderbilt Law. And I looked at him, there's only 2 of us, and I said, yeah, I'm not as smart as he is. I could have done that. But, he said, well, you did. I became a football coach. But I thought about going to law school, and we got too damn many lawyers anyway. But Frank Royals called me in his office. And he said, what do you plan to do? And I said, I'm going to law school. He says, I want you to be on my coaching staff. And I'd captained his team that year before we won the first Southwest Conference Championship, Frank's first one, and we beat Georgia Tech in the Gator Bowl. And he had played for Georgia Tech. And that was Bobby Dodge's first loss in the bowl game. So that was a big game to him. And I had a good relationship with him. He saw something in me I didn't see. And he wanted me to be on his staff. And I joined it and that was law school.
Yeah.
And I had to go serve my country. And spent almost 5 years in the Guard, but the reserve, Army Reserve. But I only had to be 4 years in the Frank used his political pull to get me out of the Army. So I was back September the 1st for football season, and I almost started 4 years in the reserve.
I think a lot of people are probably very happy that you chose not to go to law school and chose the path that you.
I am. I look back and think of all the choices you made. You know, everyone reaches those forks in the road. You have to make a decision. Some of them you go down, you don't get that far enough, you back up and go the other way. But I had gone down this one, and I stayed with it, and I had an opportunity to go with hate and pride at SMU. He was an Arkansas staff. I turned that down. Doug Dickey wanted me to go with him to Tennessee. I turned that down. And I waited for Jim McKenzie, who was my mentor, to play for Coach Bryant in Kentucky. And he gets the Oklahoma job, all the jobs. He gets the club, and he gets the come here in '66. And I came with him. I was the first coach he hired. I arrived on January the 3rd. He came here January the 1st. And as soon as I got here on the 3rd, he said our first mission was to goal was to get Steve Owens turned around and coming to Oklahoma and not going to Arkansas. Because Arkansas had Steve Owens out of Miami. He was going to go to Arkansas because Jim McKenzie was that recruit. And now we had to turn him around, which we did. And we got him to come to Oklahoma. Won the Heisman.
Yeah.
He was a great player. But no, it worked out great for me. And then Jim died of heart attack in '67, and they named Chuck Fairbanks head coach. Chuck was a friend, and Chuck wanted me to run the offense, be assistant head coach. And a couple of years later, he called me in his office and said, "I'm taking the New England Patriots job. I want you to come with me." I said, "Chuck, I want this job." He said, "Well, if you don't get the Oklahoma job, I want you to come with me." So I would have been in pro ball if I hadn't gotten the Oklahoma job. But I got the job and had a great run.
That's the history.
Yeah, I got to tell my brothers out of DePaul, and we won 53-1, things like that. Damn near won 58 in a row with those guys. So we had a great run with a great talent out of Texas. I was doing the right thing for anyone else was. I was recruiting all players, regardless of who they were, what position they played, whether they're black or white. I recruit you, people play for me. I had a different culture. It's recognized in the country, and especially in Texas. I was playing the black quarterback in '72, and no one else did recruit black players. I was doing the right thing early, and I had lots of statistics. Turned out very well.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for sitting down with us.
Where are you going to show this thing?
I was